Hello hook loopers, welcome to my crochet channel. I'm Sarah. I had a project in mind of a blanket using the Tunisian Mitered squares. So today I'm showing you how to make a Tunisian Mitered square. There are two methods for making the Tunisian Mitered square. Today I'm showing you the first method. You can make the square as big or small as you want it, provided you chain an odd number of stitches at the beginning. So here I have started from a standard foundation row in Tunisian crochet of 23 stitches, which counts as row number 1. And I'll start with the pattern right away. So first thing we need to do is to mark the middle stitch of our odd number of stitches. In this case, since I have 23, it's the 12th, so it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is our middle one, and we insert a stitch marker here. What we needed to note is that we are going to work this pattern in Tunisian simple stitch across with a 3 together decrease in the middle. This decrease is made using the stitches, the stitch before the stitched marker, the middle marker, and the stitch right after it. So let's begin. First loop on the hook already counts as stitch number 1. Now we will start working in Tunisian simple stitch, beginning from this vertical bar and skipping the one that's right under the loop on the hook. So 1, 2. You will find links to both the Tunisian simple stitch and the foundation row, of course, in the description below. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I've reached my middle point, my decrease point. As I said, I need to make a decrease that involves all of these 3 stitches. So the middle one, the one right before it, and the one right after it. So what I do is I just insert my hook under all 3 of those stitches together. So 1, 2, 3, and yarn over, pull through all 3 of them together, and drop one single loop from this decrease. Okay, and then I proceed pulling up loops, the remaining loops of my forward pass, which will be 10. Our 10th stitch will be a neat closing stitch, as I like to call it. That is to say, we are going to insert the hook under both the vertical front bar and the back bar of that border stitch at the same time. Okay, here. Then we yarn over, pull through, and drop a loop. The return pass for this pattern is the standard one. So we just yarn over and pull through one loop only first, then we yarn over again and pull through 2 loops together, yarn over and pull through 2 loops together, repeating the second movement until we have cast off all stitches and we are left with just 1 loop on the hook. Okay, so the decrease here in the middle means that we are working row after row with less stitches than the ones we have initially chained. Specifically, we are losing 2 stitches per row. So now we are going to repeat what I've shown you so far, row after row until the end. Each time we are working with less stitches, so 1 stitch less before our middle decrease here and 1 stitch less in the remaining in the remains of the forward pass. So now, for example, I am going to pull up 9 stitches instead of 10. So 1 already on the hook, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, if you need to, you can move up the stitch marker row after row, but I can already see that this is our middle stitch and these are the ones right before and right after it. So it's time for our 3 together decrease again. So this is what I'll do. I take all 3 stitches together, yarn over and pull through all 3 of them, drawing up 1 single loop on the hook. And then I will proceed pulling up the remaining 9 stitches. Finishing, as always, with a neat closing stitch and return. Okay, I will show you 1 row more, which is worked in the exact same way. So now I will pull up 8 loops. First loop on the hook is already the first one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and yes, I have already reached my decrease point. These are the 3 stitches involved, the middle ones. So I'll proceed with my decrease and then continue pulling up the remaining 8 loops on the hook in the forward pass. Okay, so you can already see our square forming thanks to the 3 together decrease, which creates this kind of ridge here, this kind of V form. Okay, so now I'm going to work a couple more rows off camera until I'm left with let's say 5 loops on the hook, and I'll see you there again. So here I have my 5 loops on the hook pulled up in the forward pass. Now I proceed with my standard return pass. Okay, now as you see I have 1 loop on the hook, the first one, and it's already time for my 3 together decrease because this is already the middle point. So what I do is I do my 3 together decrease here, And then I finish with one loop, which is pulled up from my border stitch, neat closing stitch, 3 loops on the hook, standard return pass, so yarn over and pull through 1 loop only first, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops together. Okay, now the last thing I need to do is to pull up loops from here, so 1 here and a last neat closing stitch, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 of them with this kind of special return pass. Okay, and this is my mitered square finished. Okay, so this definitely needs some wet blocking depending on the hand you're working with and the yarn you're using and everything, but this is the project. Okay, so I will think about my blanket or cushion cover done using several mitered squares. If I do, of course I will post it here and maybe share this project with you live. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you liked this video and that it was clear enough for you to understand. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.